Hi guys, Chris here back with another episode from my York City career mode. As you can see, we're still waiting for our scout to turn up. He is currently in transit. We are lying third in the table on goal difference, 5 points behind the leaders Rotherham, and only 1 point behind second place Chesterfield. We've received an offer for Jamal Fifield from Bray Wanderers. They've offered us 15 grand. He's worth 20. He's not in my team. He can gladly go for that price. Definitely get him off our books and allow me to bring some new blood into the team. Okay, let's just check my scout. Is he on his way? Yes, he is. Okay, let's move the schedule on and get this next game done, which is against Dagenham and Redbridge, I believe. Yep, here we go. Josh Vayer, the upcoming game is crucial to our season. I feel great and I think I'll do a much better job if I'm in the team. Okay, thanks for coming to me, Josh. I think I'll take your advice on board. Let's quickly check the team out, see how they're all doing, and if anyone's not doing too well. There we go. I think Potts can come out for you, play you in that central role, and I'm deciding on Bullock whether I leave him in or take him out. It's one of those where he'll be a great squad player, but I'm not too sure he's a starting player. We'll give Ollie Johnson a chance as Dagenham are so far down the table. We'll give Dobie a complete rest. Chambers is out for a while. Zogway, you can come onto the bench. Could really do with some of these players getting a bit more form. Smith is completely and utterly out of form. I may have to get rid of him. But we've still got a bit left of the transfer window, so what we'll do, we'll get this game against Dagenham out of the way. They've been in absolutely dire form. They've lost their last 3 games 5-1, 3-1 and 3-0. And they lose this one 4-0. 2 for Killeen, 1 for Tim Payne off the bench, and 1 for Kerr. That's a great result. Okay, anyone? Ollie Johnson taken off for Payne, and Payne scored with 1 minute to go. Great news. Player suspended. Scott Kerr has picked up a 1-match ban for too many yellow cards, and we have received an offer for Jason Walker. Burton Albion offering us 40,000. Walker is not in our plans. I think he's about 6th, if not 7th choice striker, so definitely let him go. Give me some more funds in. Dagenham manager disappointed with assistant referee. Oh well. Thanks Josh for coming back to me and saying thanks. And we're up to 2nd in the league. Still 5 points behind Rotherham, but at least we're up to 2nd in the league. Okay, Jamal Fifield's gone. We got 10 grand towards our budget. Walker's gone, and we got 30,000 towards our budget. How does that affect our wage structure? Ooh, £4,400 is our new wage budget. We should be able to bring in a couple of players for that price. See who's available on our shortlist. I think I might look to get this Ronnie Jimenez in. He's rated 62. He's only 1 less than this Gurman Singh, but he's 3 years younger. I only wants 2 grand a week, so it's still going to leave us 2,400 for another player. We'll make him an important first team player. I'll see if I can negotiate. If I make him an important first team player, I'll offer him 1,750 a week, and we'll see what he says. Hopefully he goes for it, but you never know. We'll also have a check on the free agency, see if anyone's available. We could do with strengthening our midfield. Obviously Josh Vayer's only on loan. He's our best midfielder, so we could do with potentially someone to replace him. I want someone that's 26 max, and damn it, I've got to change. It's got transfer status as any, so we're going to get whinged at saying it's too many results. We'll have to let the search go through. There we go. Brought in far too many back, so we'll tweak it. We'll tweak the transfer status, and we'll start with loan signings. Just see if I can bring anyone in that's going to help me push towards promotion. Let's see if there's someone that's someone's saying I was going to say 70 rated, but I think it would be definitely pushing our luck. Joel Valencia, see if he was available on a free agency, he'd definitely be ideal. Scott Allen could be potentially one if I could get a future fee set for him. But we'll search the free agents and see if anyone's available. Okay. Quick look down the list. The first one that pops to mind would be Vladimir Gadzev. Decent sprint speed and acceleration. All the physical attributes look quite good. Attacking position is good. Decent long shots, good ball control as well. Dribbling's not too bad. Wow, he's very versatile. Can play centre mid, right mid, or CDM. I think he's just looking at who else is around, and yet for the age, I mean, the other one would potentially be this Andras Struner. He's 23. He's 2 years younger than Gadzev, and he's rated. Wow, he can play a number of positions, but he seems more of a defensive type of player. There's potential. Let's see how he rates against Gadzev. Gadzev seems better in the majority of the physical attributes. Yeah, this Struner definitely with him because he can play centre back, left back, and right back. There is potential to bring him in as cover for the whole of the defence and have him on the bench. But if I just want a sole midfield player, it looks like Gadzev is definitely the way to go. It says their positions, but I think he can play. Definitely that Struner is one to keep an eye on. But we'll look to give Gadzev a contract. He wants 2,000. We'll do the same like we did with Ronnie. We'll see if we can get him for 1,750. We're making him an important first team player. We'll see if we can just shave that little bit off the wage bill. We'll be happy. But if not, if they come back and say they don't want it, I'll happily give them what they want. As we have a fair wait for our next fixture, which is against Port Vale. Okay, I'll quickly move the schedule on, as there's not much happening. We have no more transfer offers coming in. Oh, counter offer received from Gadzev. I reviewed your offer and we can't agree. Okay, so he does want 2,000 a week. I'll happily give him the 2,000. I just thought I'd be cheeky and try and get him for that little bit less. But I'll make him a squad rotation player rather than a first team player. Just give him that little nugget to see if he can take a wage cut for a more important role. And unfortunately, he didn't take it. Okay, and Ronnie Jimenez also. He wants a different contract. So I'll make you a squad rotation player, but give you the wage that you asked for. We'll see what happens. Hopefully you're going to meet me halfway, a bit of give and take. Okay, nice to see we've got a bit of a gap behind 8th place Bradford. We've got a 6-point gap there, so for the whole of the playoffs. We've got a game in hand over the team below us, so we just need to hopefully win that game in hand. Give us a nice buffer. We'll stay in this automatic promotion place. Okay, Scott Kerr serving a 1-match ban, so Potts can come in. Ollie Johnson, I'll give you a rest. Tim Payne, you scored in the last game, so you can come onto the starting 11 for me. And see, the thing, I don't want to play Bullocks as I don't think we've got that too many. But he's the best. He's the best of what we've got because John Smith's completely out of form. So we'll stick a Zogway in there just to see how he gets on. Pot Vale have been in pretty decent form, won 2 of their last 3, scoring 7 goals in the process. So we need to be on our toes today. And it's a 2-2 draw. Well, okay, we had to come back from 2-1 down. And Killeen on the score sheet again. He's firing in the goals. You can see why clubs are after him, but luckily we've had no more transfer offers. Okay, Gadzev doesn't want to be a squad rotation player, so he wants the whole enchilada. And you know what? I think I'm going to give it to him. He's just because of I don't want that big a drop between my starting 11 and my subs and my rotational players. I don't want there to be I don't want to have all 60s as my starting and then 55 to 57 as my rotation players. If I can have a good core of 6 or 7 defenders that are all 61, 62, 63, that should keep us going. And the same with the midfield core. And we dropped down to 4th in the league as well. So that's pretty disappointing with that draw. At least it wasn't a loss. We going to get a point from the game, so that was a good thing. Quickly check on who I actually have sold. I completely forgot. Okay, so we sold Fifield, who is a left back, and Walker, who's a striker. I potentially don't need to get rid of, don't need to replace Walker, but I may need to replace Fifield. So potentially a left back could be on the cards, as we have a very important league game coming up against 6th place Cheltenham. They are 3 points behind us in the league. Okay, Ronnie Jimenez also declined the offer because he wants a bigger role. So we'll give him $2,000 and an important first team player. You're not going to be a crucial first team player, but you're going to be an important one. I'd love this game to have a bit more interaction with the players, so when they come back and say, I don't know why you didn't pick me, or I want to be picked, and say, well, look, you're an important first team player, but you're not crucial. So there are going to be games where I'm going to drop you. We'll just have to roll with the punches. Everyone's energy's okay. Zogway on a bit of bad form, so Kerr can come back into the starting 11. Payne's form is not too bad, but I think we'll give you a rest and we'll give Doby a game. Okay, Doig. See, Doig is the weak link in the defence. If I can get Jimenez in, Doig can theoretically leave because I've got Carlisle and Ho on the bench. With potentially, if I bring in the young guy from before, there is a chance that obviously he can play throughout the whole of the back 4. So it gives us that bit more of a depth player. As you can see there, obviously 4th in the league, 1 point behind 2nd and 3rd. So this is an important game for us. We are away, so potentially I would look to take a draw, although a win is a must if we need it. A draw. Sarmov clinches a point forward after Mohammed put Cheltenham 1-0 up. Not the best result, but we'll just have to roll with the punches as Vladimir Gadzev accepts his offer. So I shall sign on the dotted line for you. And we have a transfer offer for Chris Doig. Fantastic. Ronnie Jimenez coming in also, hopefully. So Doig can leave. Obviously, overall he's 52. That's what I was talking about, the difference between our starting core that are all 60, 61, 62, and Doig, who was my backup centre-back, who was only 52. We just needed that less of a leap between the two for continuity when it comes to the latter stage and the push towards either an automatic place or just solidifying a playoff place. Quickly check out the team news and see how they're all looking. Okay, some pretty poor form, especially for Smith. So with Gadzev coming in, maybe now's the time to get rid of Smith. There is that potential where we could look at doing it, but see now he's up 52. He's up 2, sorry, to 57, but he's just not progressing. Potentially. I mean, I know he's 26, so he can get a bit better. But you know what? He's valued at 100,000. So if I can get 100,000, Bod are going to give me 60 potentially 70 grand of that. Can't remember what the figure is. So that is going to give us some more transfer funds where we can either look at getting in another 60 odd rated midfielder, as Ronnie Jimenez has accepted the offer. Okay, there we go. Remaining budget is 1,400, so we could potentially get another player, as we've sold Doig. So that's another £10,000 in the transfer budget. I can stick all that on the wage budget, and that's going to give us a bit more. We can look to possibly bring in a player on loan. We have obviously we've got rid of Walker, who's a striker. We could potentially look to bring in a striker on loan, just to give us that bit extra. We don't want to have to worry about who we bring in terms of for the future. We've got Josh Fayer, so we can go with a striker on loan as well that will do us until the end of the season, and they'll just sort of take the strain if there's games I don't want to waste my starting 11 on. You see there, Michael Coulson, another one who can leave, and it gives us a bit extra. But if I can potentially get someone else in on loan I don't really want a defender on loan. I want to try and keep my defensive core together for at least the next couple of seasons. But a striker, someone that can be on the bench and can come on whenever, just to give someone a break, that is potentially what I'll be looking for. But we'll just have to see who potentially is available and what the market's like. To be fair, it also depends on what wage I've got. I might not be able to bring anyone in, but we've got another 10,000 from the sale of Coulson. And I'm just looking down there, my lowest rating there is a 58. So I could potentially do with 2 more central midfielders. So I can put Gadzev in, and then I'm only going to need 1 other midfielder rated 60, and then I've got virtually a full team minimum rating of 60 for a starting 11, and then it should be a case of during the off season working on my core substitutes and having a good starting 11 and a good basis, and then basically having a complete squad rotation. But Pat Devlin has revealed that he got Michael Coulson on the cheap. Okay, if he thinks 15 grand is cheap for Michael Coulson, I'm happy to have him off my books. So, end of the day, it's a win-win situation for us both, fella. Okay, we'll adjust the transfer budget, and it gives us £2,800 a week. I definitely think we can look to have someone in. We'll see who's around on free agency, just in case there's someone young that I can bring in. But I think more likely I'll prefer to go someone for wage. We'll go for someone on loan rather than a free agency seller. There was only 2 players. We'll check midfielders, but I'm sure when I looked before, we could go for that Struner again, but or potentially this Jose Mario Somoza as a backup for Georgi Sarmov in that cam role. But defensive work rate low, and if it was high attacking work rate, then I potentially would have gone for Somoza, but not because he's because it was medium and low, which to me it wasn't good enough, and there seems to be no one else of any value there, or anyone that seems to be worthwhile. If I can get a young buck in the defensive core, we will do, but potentially there's Carlos Todoya. Okay, decent jumping, decent strength. Okay, good marking. Centre back, right back, left back, Bolivian, medium. So he's definitely one to keep an eye on. Is that Todoya? He could be one to put in as decent cover. Raju Gakwad, young enough. He's got the potential to move. Oh, there we go. No, definitely not for a centre back. I want them to be attacking. I could do with just especially for going up for corners. We'll see if there are any players available for loan. Could be anywhere in the team. But I'm not too worried about a midfielder. Carlinos. A right back. Well, potentially there's a striker there. Semid Yasil from Liverpool. Okay. Could be definitely worth a look. Scott Allen again, who we've looked at. Sebastian Souza. Jack Sampson of Bolton. We'll see what this Yasil like. Okay, 2,250 a week. Future fee not set. I'm not going to insist on a future fee because I haven't got much money. If I was guaranteed to go up, and this was just a sort of a season where I knew I was going to go up, if I was say 15 points clear already, I may have decided, yeah, I'll look to set a future fee, and I can set the future fee for 300,000 as Liverpool accept the offer. But if I knew I was 15 points clear and I was virtually guaranteed to go up, then I may have put a future fee on it if I could, and just seeing where we went from that. If Liverpool accepted it, then it would have been a great player for the future. But it's someone that can come in now, and we may look to, if he works out well and becomes available next year, we can look to bringing him in, as we now have 6 players who are going out on international duty. So that's something to bear in mind for the next game, which is against Plymouth in a week's time. Wow, we've got an absolute massive break with cup weekends and international weekends. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to wait till transfer deadline day. I'm going to stop it on transfer deadline day, and then I will be back for transfer deadline day and the coming season. So what I'm going to do, guys, I will quickly see if I can sell anyone and get anyone up for sale now before we actually hit transfer deadline day. I might sell Bullock. I'm not too sure. I want to sell Ingham, but I've got no backup keeper, so I can't. And potentially I should have looked at getting in a backup keeper now. But I'll search via overall and see who is available, if anyone. Okay. Ollie Johnson. You know what? I think I'm going to let you. Unhappy. He should play more. You can go out on loan. If someone comes in and takes you, you can go out on loan. Hopefully you'll improve like some of the others have. Bullock transfer listed. If I can get, you were rated 60,000. If I can get 50,000 for you, I'll take it. Scott Kerr, you're one of my better players, so I don't really want to get rid of you. So that's it, guys. It's transfer deadline day. I'll catch you all in the next episode with the deadline day. Thanks for watching. Cheers.